Cool. So good evening, my dear angels. So we are going to have real fun tonight, okay? So because these are the time when we actually have fun, otherwise people come prepared with their book reviews and all that. And I'm always prepared to review anything, including myself. So I've put some effort to put together certain things over last 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. And these are also about some books only, but they didn't see the light of the day as a book. In fact, they saw the light as a light of the day in the form of a movie. Okay, so initially it was thought that this is going to be a book, followed by it translated into a script, and followed by a movie. And naturally, these movies, they shaped us. Okay, so I'm just taking you through this wonderful journey over next 20-25 minutes. And I'm promising you, each of you will enjoy it. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to share my screen here. Good. So can you see my screen, right? Can also see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Good. So this is what we are going to do tonight. Okay. Let's talk movies. Films that didn't just entertain us, but shaped you and me. And I'm talking about 5 movies which actually did this with us between some 6 years, from 2004 to 2010. Okay, or maybe 7 years, maybe say 2002 to 2010. Okay, 8 years. So let's look into this, and I'm trying, like what I've done, and I have put all my efforts to put things together, a video, some audio, some clippings. So let's start with the video of the first movie. Okay, and I believe all my things or my streets are ready. Oh yes. So this is the first one. Okay. Just a second. You just want to ensure that you can. So here it is. Share sound. Yes. All right. So this is the first one.
मैंने ईमानदार जल्द आ रहा है. Copy paste this exact prompt for consistent trading.
So how was it? What you could remember? Almost 22 years ago. Now let's see how it shaped us. How this movie shaped us. Just a sec. My systems are behaving as if. Hold on. Yes. So this was Swades. Now, what is Swades 2004? It is a home is where the change begins. This is one thing which transformed us, which transformed our views. We all dream of working abroad, living the high life and escaping India's problems. But what if the real change is meant to start right here at home? Now, why it matters? Why this movie matters? Swades makes you look at your roots differently. It tells you that your education and privilege are not just for your benefit. They are tools to uplift others. What it teaches? Sometimes the biggest revolutions happen in the smallest villages. It's about reconnecting with where you came from and asking yourself, what am I doing to give back? The cinematic brilliance, the storytelling is subtle, not preachy, and Shah Rukh Khan gives one of his most real and heartfelt performances. And the soundtrack hits right in the soul. That's what Swades was. All right, let's move to the next one. And here we go. So that was the second one. Remember the first time you felt something wasn't right in the system, but didn't know what to do about it? Rang De Basanti speaks directly to that version of you. Why it matters? This film shows that today's youth are not lazy or indifferent. They're just looking for purpose. It connects India's freedom struggle with the fight against today's corruption and injustice. What it teaches? You don't need to be a politician to bring a change. You can be a regular person with a strong voice and a strong will. It asks, are you okay being silent or do you want to do something? The cinematic brilliance is all about the back and forth between the freedom fighters past and the modern youth awakening. It's done so beautifully. It stays with you long after the credits roll. So I think all of you have watched this movie as well. Then comes the next one. This is a 2007 film. Okay. So here we go.
Nitin Rao, 16 on 25. 20 on 25. Hitesh Shah, 24 on 25. Ishan Avasti, 2 on 25.
ईशान
ईशान
ईशान ईशान
Ishan!
ईशान नंद किशोर अवस्थी
Ishan Avasti, 2 on 25.
ईशान अवस्थी 3 on 25.
एक लड़का था, मत पूछो किधर। वो पढ़ लिख नहीं पाता था। लाख कोशिशों बाद उसको रहता न था याद कि YX के बाद आता था।
Just read the sentence, Ishan.
Concentrate बेटा, concentrate.
लिखना पढ़ना थका देता उसको, दुखड़े अपने सुनाता वो किसको।
आज मैं स्कूल से भाग गया।
तुम तो ढंग से लिख नहीं सकते ब्लडी टफर इडियट
Lesson लेती हूँ सुबह शाम ईशान ईशान ईशान.
अब तो तू गया, now you're gone.
फेल हो गया एक दिन बेचारा, पढ़ने लिखने के बोझ का मारा। लोगों ने उसे गधा बेवकूफ कहा, बच्चे ने सारा अपमान बहादुरी से सहा। फिर एक सवेरे Picco chicco silly 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 go bagdum jagdum chiki chakacho.
तारे जमीन पर
So that's Tare Zameen Par. (2007). So not all heroes score 90%. अगर आपके साथ भी ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है ना, don't worry. If you have ever felt like a misfit or been told you are not good enough, this movie will still feel like a warm hug you didn't know you needed. White matters in a country obsessed with marks and medals. Tare Zameen Par dares to say that every child is special. It champions creativity, empathy, and understanding. What it teaches, everyone has their own pace and path. You don't have to fit into a mold. All it takes is one person who believes in you to change your life. The cinematic brilliance, the visuals, the music, and emotional storytelling create an experience that lingers. It's not just a movie, it's a therapy. Let's move on to the next one. Same year, 2007, Chak De India. Okay, so let's see the official trailer. Per minute. Can you get back to those emotional moments when you watch this movie almost 18 years ago? Now, Chakti India is a movie about leadership. It's not about shouting, it's about lifting others. Think it's just a sports movie? Think again. Chakti India is a master class in discipline, equality, and rising above failure. White matters, it redefines what being a leader means. It's not about being in charge. It's about taking responsibility, creating unity, and bringing out the best in others. Failure isn't the end. It's the beginning of redemption. And true power lies in lifting people who have been written off. The cinematic brilliance is the fierce energy, tight storytelling, and a performance that makes you root for every player on the team. It's pure inspiration. So here we go to the fifth one. This is the 2010 movie, Uda. Let's watch the trailer. So, my dear angels, that was Udan. If you remember Udan, it's all about breaking the chain and flying alone. You know why this movie is still relevant for each one of us? I'm not saying some of us or most of us, each one of us. Because we still have that chain, which nobody created, but we ourselves created it. It is just that because of that chain, there was not a speaker for tonight's session. Just because of that chain. But you have a choice to fly alone. There's a quite kind of strength in Udan. The kind that tells you it's okay to leave behind what is toxic, even if it is family. Why it matters? It still matters today. The film talks about emotional abuse, suppressed dreams, and the courage it takes to walk your own path. It's raw and real. What it teaches: you have every right to dream freely. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to leave. Sometimes freedom means disappointing others to stay true to yourself. The cinematic brilliance is its simplicity, is its power. Every frame speaks volumes, and the soundtrack captures the ache and hope of youth. 2010, it's just 15 years ago. That means we have all traveled another 15 years when we watch this movie. If nothing has changed in last 15 minutes, you got a second chance to change it tonight. So that's it from my side. We can discuss.
Still, we all have that break to break that chain. So I like that concept of breaking the chain. I always have that fear of getting inside, getting doing something. This really motivated uh, to to come forward and to break the chain. That's good. Yeah, and I like that point. Like you said, 15 years we did not change. The movie came. Uh, Now is the time to change it.
Yes. It's 15 to 21 years. The first movie was 2004, which was Swades. Swades is a 2004 movie, followed by Rang De Basanti 2006, then 2007 Tare Zami Par and the other one, and then this 2010 movie. Chakdev India is 2007, and then Uran is 2010. See, we have all watched these movies, and if you observe, therefore, just think about it. That universe was aligning with our thoughts even 21 years ago, and even 15 years ago. You and I attracted these movies in our life. People wrote the script, somebody took the courage to produce it, somebody took the courage to act on it, somebody took the courage to uh, make it public. It was cinematographed, and eventually it was brought to us. And thankfully, we all watch these movies in theaters. It's not on a mobile phone or on a television screen or on a laptop screen. That lucky we were. The message was there with us. Probably God is or universe is bringing them back to you right now in this session this evening. याद दिला रहा है कि 15 साल पहले भी याद दिला था, 21 साल पहले भी याद दिला था, एक बार और याद दिला रहा है that you have traveled so many years in your life. You got the opportunity. You could have made a decision then. But if you haven't done it, you have a second chance now to make the decision. And what I would strongly request, suggest, advise each one of you, this time be bold. Be bold enough. You have traveled 21 years in your life. Whatever your age right now, minus 21, and you can imagine. Some of you watched this movie in your college days. Good session.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes.
What is coming to your mind? Why don't we discuss? What do you see possible for yourself? This is a question which I ask in all my training sessions. That with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself now?
Just have the courage, spread your wings and fly from Udan.
We are at the right place at the right time, with the right people, with the right opportunity, and with the right resources. Everything is right for us right now. Right place, right time, right people, right opportunity, and right resources. Everything is there. You only need two things. You have to make it right for yourself, and you have to be right about it. You have to make it right for yourself, and you have to be right about it. Only these two things you need. All right, let's have some feedbacks. Let's have some. What's going on in mind? Like what to see for yourself? I know it all came all of a sudden. Nobody was prepared for this kind of presentation anyway. I know that. When I was also not prepared, I just got this idea about an hour ago. I just thought, oh, okay, let me put it together. If you observe these movies, I would strongly recommend you to watch these movies once again. And you'll notice that each and every dialogue which is crafted in these movies, in all these 5 movies, it's full of neuro-linguistic program, full of NLP, full of NLP. There's plenty of uh, hypnotic language patterns has been used in this book. All these 5 movies, which we call Milton model language patterns, because the way those dialogues were presented, they got embossed inside our mind. हमें ना वो dialogues कुछ सोचने में का मौका ही नहीं दिया. जो बोला हमने उसी को बिलीव किया. And that shaped us.
And in connection with this, Pinaki, I can just add a line. Today I read about grit and determination. Okay. So what they were just discussing was, like Angela Duckworth, she's a psychologist. And what she says is, you should have that grit. It means like whatever talent you have, immaterial of, I mean, irrespective of whatever talent you have. So grit is what it really, because that's a long term thing. See, the talent and everything you might have, and that's inbuilt, and you can give up. Supposing somebody is very good in math, and that's inherent talent. But when you don't have the grit in you, you might not practice and like you might give up. The purpose of it might go away. It means that grit is like working hard to meet the challenges, and you keep up the effort and interest for a long period of time. And even when things don't go as planned, like even when things don't go as planned, there might be a very slow progress. But when you have a grit here, that endurance, that guides you in all your decisions and actions. And that, I mean, when you just wanted to reflect, I was just connecting this to this. So what you want, if you have the grit, not necessary you need to have the talent. So you have the grit with you. I think you can reach. You were talking about the leadership, anything for that matter, like we can be in the place where you want. So I thought, I mean, I was just thinking about this, and as I was just driving, I thought I should just share this.
Great.
One of the strength, actually, like the other character strengths that you have, this grit is supposed to be a growth oriented uh, mindset. And it's a habit. Apparently, I think it has to be cultivated. So I just thought I can share this here.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Padma. Like, and if you really want to figure out that whether you at all practice grit and any time in your life, you'll discover that wherever you got success, knowingly or unknowingly, you applied that quality called grit. It's only the,
Okay.
it's only the grit that
Yes. Yeah. No. What I was trying to arrive here is not necessary that one should have a talent. When you have a desire, that when you left, this is like grit is nothing like planting the seed, like once you have that, it cannot stop you. This is to be gritty, you need that interest, practice, and you need a purpose and hope. Once you have this, all these are supposed to be the grit. And once you have this, I think you nothing can stop you. You can already. It's an enduring thing where you can always reach your goal. This is what I thought.
yeah, quite likely. That's what I'm saying. That probably whenever you have achieved any goals in your
Mm,
life, you applied
mm,
this quality called grit.
mm.
You applied grit, and the results were inevitable for you.
Yes.
So if somebody wants to figure out that have I ever applied grit in my life, you just figure out where you got success, how you got it,
Mm.
what you did. In fact, what you
And
didn't do also matters.
mm, yeah, and what it also equally the opposite also. So you might have the talent, and when you do not have the grit, like you might lose there also. See, the talent what you have doesn't show out unless or otherwise you have that perseverance and that endurance and all these things. So these are the character strengths that you should own to reach your maximum potential. Like it works the other way also.
Right, love? Right, right. The talent, what I believe, is only excess of something. Like it's like a small hammer and a large hammer.
Absolutely.
So if you use a large hammer, it will make a bigger impact immediately. If you use a small hammer, it will still make an impact, which will take time. But in either case, you have to apply the hammer. Otherwise, nothing will work. So it's all about action. You need to be action, and as you are connecting to with this to grit, yes, you need action backed by grit to make it work. Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, we have Manjulata with us after a long time.
Yes.
What attracted you, Manjulata?
Been always attracted to this platform. It's nothing new to me. Since I'm still in TTT, and it's on every Friday at 7:30. Because of the time constraint, I couldn't join. And
Okay.
today I don't have this session, so I joined.
Wow. We are lucky.
Yes.
No way. I am lucky that today I got that space and time to join. And I always enjoy this. And today Pinaki was a really very different aspect. I just loved it. I didn't expect this. I was expecting on some book, but this was very nice. I really liked it. I'm very happy to meet you all.
See, movies are like chapters in our life. Like
Yeah,
if I start
exactly.
talking on movie, I can give a long lecture. Again, like the way I talk about the how to drive your life like a car. So movies are like chapters in your life. Every movie has its own impact. And if you observe, see when you watch a movie, that 1.5 or 2.5 or the time that you commit, it's mostly it's a distraction free time that you commit to yourself. It's just like reading a book for 2.5 hours. There has to have some impact of it when you watch a movie, and movies normally shape our life. I could still remember when this movie Sholay was released, and my mama, I was in Jaipur at that time, and he took me to watch that movie. And I was probably about 5 or 6 years at that time. So I still remember every scene of of that space, of that place, that movie theater, the crowd, and everybody was going gaga about it. That this is a movie that everyone should watch, and probably we watch the movie on the third day, something like that. So, and long time back, almost say 50 years ago, 49 years ago. So that's how movies shape our life, and movies shape a big chunk of our life, big chunk of our life. We learned how to romance by watching movies on. We learned about these romantic songs by watching these movies on. You know, you can connect to that particular scene when you listen to that song. And that has shaped you and me. So that's why it's our responsibility to ensure that our children also watch movies that matter. It's not like whatever is coming in their way and they are just watching. Because it is shaping their life as well. The opportunity that all of us have right now is, see, it's like a bamboo tree, like for 21 years, we're under the ground. So we can make any difference in next 5 years. Something that you couldn't do in last 21 years or last 15 years. You can do it in next 5 years. It's possible. Good to see you, Shivani. Good to see you, Priya. Do you like to share your points before we close the session? It's almost 3 minutes to go, 9 o'clock. Friday is a movie day for me. So every Friday evening we watch a movie. Sometimes we watch, say, web series, which goes on Friday, Saturday, and even sometimes on Sunday nights. And we are very clear about it that we are watching, we are enjoying, entertained. Yes, Prashant, your
Yes.
tip.
Like I shared it, it was a wonderful experience, especially that last movie, like Udan, which takes us to push forward, come forward, and all. Yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
Cool. Yes, Rajeshwari, you can close the session now if nobody else wants to speak.
बहुत
Thank you, Pinaki sir.
मजेदार था
Sakshi.
बहुत अच्छा था सेशन बहुत मजेदार
We can't
था
hear you, Sakshi.
हेलो
Yes,
बहुत अच्छा
it's
सेशन
okay
था
now.
और
हाँ.
पुरानी चीजें दोबारा याद आ गई खासतौर से म्यूजिक हर एक मूवी में से मुझे तो बेसिकली सॉन्ग्स ही याद आए या कोई अच्छी चीज जो मैंने उस टाइम ऑब्जर्व की थी लेकिन हाँ ये अच्छा सजेशन है कि अभी एनएलपी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से दोबारा से अगर मूवीज को देखें या उसके डायलॉग्स को देखें हालांकि उस टाइम भी जो हिडन मीनिंग होता था या फिलोसॉफिकल मीनिंग होता था, मैं सुनती थी उसको। और जो उड़ान मूवी में जो सेकंड पॉइंट पिनाकी जी ने शेयर किया है कि whether they are your loving ones, it is essential to leave them if you want to fulfill your dreams, उसमें थोड़ा सा मुझे लगता है कि it's not possible for the Indian kind of people, especially for a mother। तो ये हो सकता है कि हाँ, थोड़े टाइम के लिए कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके उसके बाद दोबारा से अपने ड्रीम्स को हम फुलफिल कर सके इंस्टेड ऑफ लिविंग देम बिहाइंड। क्योंकि इफ यू आर हैविंग किड्स एंड अदर रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज इन द फैमिली, तो फिर खाली ड्रीम को प्रायोरिटी देना वो पॉसिबल थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, दोनों के बीच में 100% नहीं दे पाते। देखो अभी बैकग्राउंड से नॉइस आ गया ना। लाइव एग्जांपल।
Thank you so much, Vinaki sir, for bringing such a nice presentation. Totally uh, mesmerizing for me. And thank you adding so much of values in our life that I would like to say in each and every session. When I'm not getting any speaker, you are there.
And to keep the show going on। Thank you very
Yes.
much।
Thank you so much.
और वो जो शुरू के 3 sentences थे ना, इट इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी फैंटास्टिक, यू विल रियली एंजॉय इट, वो तो बहुत ही मजेदार थे।
Yes.
Yeah, these are hypnotic language patterns.
यस। वो मजेदार था। आई वाज ऑब्जर्विंग दैट।
These are very strong hypnotic language patterns.
So
You know,
let's
like
conclude
when
this.
you start any statement with the word "I promise you," what happens that you are immediately using a hypnotic language patterns. इसके बाद आप कुछ भी बोलोगे बंदा ध्यान से सुनेगा, है ना? You say I promise it is going to be a lifetime experience for you. I promise it's going to be an experience you will never forget. तो बंदा ध्यान से सुनेगा आप क्या बोलने जा रहे हो, और कुछ ना कुछ उसको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, that he will never forget. Sometimes even people don't forget that you said this. है ना, तूने बोला तो था बहुत जबरदस्त होगा, क्या खास हुआ, कुछ भी नहीं, but they still remember that. Yeah, over to you, Rajeshwari.
Okay, so now anyone want to share something? Or should
Yeah,
we?
I just wanted to tell, I'm so happy to see Radiant Rajeshwari. You know, I just texted also. So happy to see you. I just texted you and
Okay.
really excited. Just, lot of lovely memories, to stay connected. And thank you. Thank you so much.
So now we are concluding the session. Okay, thank you so much for your presence in this meeting. It means a lot to me and others also.
Thank you so much.
There's so
Thank
many
you, Manju
messages.
ma'am. After so long, we are seeing you.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm in TTT from past January. I'm quite busy with it. Earlier, I used to join and just
Yes.
put few words of mine. That fine. Thank you to remember me. Actually, this is really great honor. I can say that when people consider that I am there in the session, especially Pinaki, make it a point always. Thank you very much. Next time I'll come up with something, hopefully.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, let me have a quick picture with everyone. If you would like to come before we close the session, can we expect everyone to be on camera?
Just a second, Pinaki. I'm reaching home. Just a second. I'm just entering the.
Okay, yeah. Shilpa, would you mind coming on camera?
Hello, Shivani, how are you?
All good.
Right. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2. Thank you, my dear angels.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all.
You.
Bye.